It is time we sought new answers to a question as old as our union is young.
Not Greece, but France, Italy and Portugal are far more of an important credit. Alvin Baker, Informa Global Markets. Last week, Prime Minister Theresa May won the right to trigger negotiations with the EU on the 13th of March, and the sterling reached an 8-week low on the back of this. However, following one Bank of England policymaker voting to raise interest rates, the pound rose. So, Alvin, consequent to this, are you optimistic on sterling uptrend this week?
Okay, I'm kind of optimistic. Bank of England speakers follow Forbes last week. In the minutes, there were other MPC voters that indicated that they might not be too far behind her in voting for 25 basis points rate rise. But this afternoon we've got Hal Day, who is the Bank of England's economist, and he is probably the most dovish of all the voters. So if he were to move towards the centre or even dovish, that could be the precursor for cable to get to 125 rather than the CPI. And we've got Paul Bent on Thursday. He has been fairly neutral since he's been a member. And again, if he was to switch camps, that also would be sterling positive. So I'm mildly positive on the back of all those three things, but wherever the fact that 125 or just above that level would be sort of recent sell zone, and with other things going on in the background, I would look to maybe fade that area.
Theresa May is also expecting to begin discussing Scottish independence referendum negotiations before the end of March. So are the geopolitical updates in the UK still more influential than the key batches of UK data releases out this week, such as Tuesday's data batch, including inflation rate?
Okay, I'd like to split this question into two answers, because I think a new independence referendum, the market is probably quite relaxed about that. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Well after Brexit is the UK PM stance, i.e. after March 2019. It's too far out for it to become a more influential factor for markets at the moment. And even then, I think there's a certain amount of reluctance for Scotland as a whole to have another referendum so soon after they voted overwhelmingly to reject independence by quite a good margin. Stance Nicola Sturgeon is going to take on all these issues. And to be honest with you, it all seems a bit too fanciful for me at this stage, and I think markets probably think likewise.
Finally, this week, Greece is set to miss another deadline for unlocking bailout funds. So is Greece still at risk of an economic attack? And is the main euro mover of the week, or will there be other drivers?
Well, Greece Brexit is still somewhat of a special case. But like before, I think contagion risk and fallout, even if Greece was to come under attack again, I think it would have to be a monumental, cataclysmic breakaway for anyone to raise an eyebrow. It's been a game between the lenders and Athens for a long time, and it's getting a bit long in the tooth for many to dwell on Greece. Italy and France and Portugal are far more important credits than the elections taking place in France in April and May are far bigger threats to the euro looking further ahead. Though it seems that the right under Le Pen won't win if polls are to be trusted, which would be the top of its recent range. And we could see stops above that level, but I would have thought probably not too much more than that.
Well, Alvin, thank you for your insights. That's all from me, but our weekly wrap-up is there to summarise everything this week, and with videos updated daily, be sure to keep clicking back.